Welcome back to Cryptids and Cold Ones. I am John.
Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? I just want to know what to do because I need your love a lot. Now, come on now, you love me. Are you playing your love games with me? I just want to know what to do because I need your love a lot. Now, come on now.
And I'm Evan.
I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than you.
And I'm Kyle.
Bones are the skeleton's money.
It's true, you know. Bones are the skeletons.
They
money, John.
are. They are. On today's episode of Cryptids and Cold Ones, bones are the skeleton's money. I have a very special episode.
Oh, heck
I did
yeah.
not divulge to one of the people here what the episode is about.
I might have showed up a little late, like always.
You are always late, but we can't be late with housekeeping.
Let me fluff your
We
pillow.
are on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X.
Feet Finder.
Evans on Feet Finder. We're going to be advertising our podcast on Facebook Marketplace soon.
EquestrianOnly.com.
Can pay us $1 to listen to a free podcast.
Can't see the shirt, John. Lol.
Stone Cold.
What? What?
You can also get a hold of us at our number that is now working again. I don't know how long it wasn't working for.
Yeah.
Because after 30 days, if you don't call or text out on the number, they cancel it. So I was able to get it back.
We have a number.
989-402-4091. You can call in with your sightings, your stories, your 3 minutes, because you're going to get sent directly to voicemail. Which I need to set up a funny voicemail.
I agree. Also, we're open to rants against the globalists.
Remember, taxation is theft.
Indeed.
This is a 3-minute rant.
Breaking news. Taxation is theft.
I like it.
Yeah, you'll get 3 minutes. If you get cut off, call back in.
That's what I tell my wife.
I feel like you're pushing it if you say 3 minutes.
Well, I'm just, exaggerating for the cast.
He's just efficient, guys.
Yeah.
We have a German heritage, okay?
We want to get into the good stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. Three beers. 4 beers.
Oh, no.
5 beers.
Oh,
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
I feel like I drink 9 of these.
no. Yeah. It'd be good. I like the color, too.
Look at that.
Today we're drinking Griffin Claw Blackberry Punch. It is a blackberry plum sour ale.
Dang.
A gentleman actually told me about this while I was in the store. It's got a lot of head.
Insert
What a problem to have.
Stupid joke.
I know, right? I was asking for that. Let's see here. No, so I was talking to a gentleman in a store, and I was like, he's like, "You look like you're looking for a beer," and I'm like, well, I kind of know what I like. He's like, do you know what you're looking for? Like what you like, style, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I know what kind of beers I like. I'm just looking for beers that I haven't drank because we do a podcast and we do this thing on it. He's like, oh, you do a podcast, right? Cool. Yeah. And he's like, I like this one, and this one. So I got all 3 of those.
Nice.
And they all seem very promising. He asked what the podcast was. And then at the very end of that interaction, we fist bumped and he said, that's probably the whitest thing I've ever done.
He said that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fist
I thought it
bump.
was hilarious.
Oh, man. So he was code switching.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You did a reverse.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
I better shut the hell up.
So it says a bold punch of flavor in every sip, bursting with juicy blackberries and ripe plums. This vibrant sour ale balances tart intensity with a smooth, fruity finish, refreshing, lively, and irresistibly tangy.
Try a sip. It is quite tangy. It's the official Kyle Sipple. It's got
Ooh,
it's
gets me in the
good.
jowls.
I think I would give it a solid 4 feet.
Yeah, same here.
I would like a little more sourness to it.
yeah, I agree too.
It does. It has really good flavor, but
Yep.
it does kind of have a watered down after flavor.
Yep.
Yep.
I want
That's
a little black. I want more blackberry
yeah.
than
Same
plum.
here.
I don't remember what plum tastes like, but yeah, I want more plum. Damn it.
But yeah, no, I think it's solid. I could drink a lot of these. I wish I would have got a 6-pack instead of just 2.
It's like it's good.
Yeah.
It's not like oh man, fuck yeah. I'll drink one. You know. It's-
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I still have been very pleased with everything that we've had from Griffin Claw Brewery. Shout out to Griffin Claw Brewing
What's
Co.
the ABV on it? ABV?
5.2%.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's just a mellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that's a yeah, blackberry punch. Totally would drink that
Oh shit.
a lot more.
I like it.
Griffin Claw. Man, I'm a
Coming through.
Gryffindor. Hufflepuff. Wiffle ball.
He's definitely a Hufflepuff.
But you know what's
He's
funny?
a Hufflepuff.
You know what's funny is when you were looking for the beer, were you wearing that?
Yeah, yeah, I was. Not
Okay,
the
so
mask.
you clearly do look like that man knew well, and you were in a beer store, so I
Mhm.
mean the guy wasn't exactly fucking Nostradamus. like
Yeah.
yeah, you clearly do look like you're there for beer or ammunition. If you're like at Meijer or Walmart,
Yeah, yeah,
it would open it up. But since you were just in a alcohol store,
yeah.
party store, if you
You're like you look like you are here for beer, ammunition, and have
and fertilizer.
have a strong disdain for the government. I
kid.
really don't look that terroristy if I don't have a mask.
Well, the
on.
best part is you're probably one of the nicest, best people I know in the world that would do anything for anyone,
I know.
and that would be the last person to do that. So that's the juxtaposition. Of
I
it.
know. I
get
just
it.
look like this.
Let's
like,
not push him.
Yeah. Well,
reasonable men sometimes.
reason.
get-
Oh, Marvin.
Oh, rest in
Man.
peace, Marvin Heeman.
Speaking of which, I'm still looking for a tractor.
You still are. Komatsu makes a good one.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They also make solid bulldozers.
Maybe I get my hands on a bulldozer, and I need someone that knows how to weld.
I just ran out the gas out of my snowblower.
I know a guy actually.
I committed today. I took the gas out of the snowblower, and
You think it's over?
I believe it is.
Well, you got the lake in the backyard.
I do. Well, I also have the canoe. Thank you, Evan.
Yeah. Which will be for sale on Facebook Marketplace.
Well, we
soon.
should post it on our Facebook website or on our Kryptons and Gold Ones website.
I'm gonna figure out how to put it on our merch store.
Hells yeah.
It's a really nice. It's big ass canoe.
Speaking of which, we've got new stickers.
Heck yeah.
We've got a "Be More Like Chelsea" shirt out.
Hells yeah. Thanks again, Chelsea,
Yes,
for being a
thank
super
you,
fan.
Chelsea.
Head on over to the merch store, get some new stickers. We have a QR code sticker on there.
Yes.
Coming to a truck stop bathroom near you
Yes.
in the near future.
That's our guerrilla marketing campaign. Truck stock bathrooms and waffle.
We we're also going to be at the what is it called?
The Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree. Still waiting to hear back. I know Cracking Cans sent in their application to be vendors.
Heck yeah.
So still waiting to hear back on that.
I want to
So-
drink some beers with those guys.
Yeah. Oh, we
Yes,
will for
absolutely.
sure. We're gonna be there October 3rd.
Yes.
Ohio Jamboree,
It's in Ada,
October
Ohio.
3rd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the War Memorial.
Yes.
Ohio.
Yes.
We're going to the state.
against our better wishes, we're going to Ohio.
Yep.
At
Oh.
least it's not Canada.
Right.
Uh,
But you guys ready to get into this?
Mhm.
yeah.
Do you have any idea? Do
What?
you have any ideas?
No.
Do I have any?
Well, I
idea
do
what it's
now.
about? Well, you said that it was special, so I was thinking it was going to be about how people that are like special and ride the short bus have magical powers of some sort.
You know what?
Like,
I think I have the county's short bus. I know where all the county short buses in the county park.
yeah,
I'd want one.
you
I
want a
want
short
one.
bus?
Yeah, like in Road Trip. You know, they got the school for the blind bus.
Yes.
I'd like to like strip the
Did you know
seats out of
that
that.
the Michigan School for the Blind has a large series of underground tunnels that connect all the buildings together?
Why?
Just easier for maintenance people to get around, especially in the winter.
I did not know that. Do you do boiler work there?
No,
Oh,
just a random fact.
At the jail I used to work at, the
My-
jail.
My cousin used to do boiler work there,
yeah.
and he said he would have to walk around with a notepad to write down notes to people because even the workers are deaf.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yes.
What
You
were you
mean
saying?
blind? You mean blind or deaf?
Did I say blind? I meant deaf. Sorry. The Michigan School for the Deaf.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. A
Gotcha.
whole bunch of Helen Kellers up in there.
Oh my god.
Um,
That should be an episode that she
that-
faked it.
Yeah, I was just about to say
It
that.
was not real.
Helen Keller
It was
wasn't
not
real.
real. Yep.
Hey, you were saying something about the jail you worked in?
The jail I worked at had underneath the main street. It had to the courthouse. It has a tunnel from the jail to the courthouse.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like secret stuff. It's like public knowledge, but it's pretty cool. It was an old jail and still is and still remains there. And I would hate to be there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, underground tunnels.
Any
Are we talking
whoozin'?
about that?
Anywho'sin.
Are we talking about tunnels?
Evan was wrong.
Oh.
What we are talking about is a tale as old as time.
What's that?
No, not Beauty and the Beast, but a tale of such great magnitude that almost no one actually believes it. Stories going back as far as ancient Greece lend attributes to modern theories. But what could I possibly be talking about?
What is it?
Is it a mysterious three-headed dragon spotted in Antarctica?
Is it?
Maybe a giant white shark seen in the depths of the Great Lakes? No? Those might be far more believable to Evan than what I really am going to talk about. Ladies, gentlemen, Evans,
Yeah.
today we're going to find our way into
Dun dun dun.
Hollow Earth.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. The eyes.
Yeah, they're getting squinty already.
Oh.
Oh,
getting
it's
squinty
and
already.
foggy too. We're going
I'm
to.
going to get off camera here and chug this beer.
I have strong feelings about the Hollow Earth, and I do.
Your
I
camera's
do,
off.
I do like the Hollow Earth. Yes.
Okay.
He's getting visibly upset.
Oh.
Just for the people that aren't listening to it or they're watching us, Evan's visibly upset right now. So
Evan does not like this theory at all.
Sorry, John.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
oh,
Oh, that was
cripes.
excellent beer.
You got any more of those, or is it just two of each? Because that's cool that they
They sell singles.
yeah, singles of the
Yeah,
good
it's like
stuff.
a make your own 6-pack deal.
That's another good thing about living where we live is well, shit, anywhere you can get a lot of beer, but I mean we have a lot of craft beer selections around here.
I think craft beers really took off here in Michigan. I'm
Yeah.
just checking to make sure this is straight on, so I don't look like
You-
cockeyed.
You look good. I want to hear more about this earth that is hollow.
Okay, after the brief beer break.
He already can't talk.
Nah. Okay,
You ready?
I'm ready. Freddy.
So like I said, we're going to
Sorry,
talk
John
about
Stockton.
Hollow Earth. I did this solely for you, Evan.
Thanks, John.
Kyle knew I was doing it.
I love it.
That's rude.
He also thought it would be hilarious.
Um, can I ask? Would it be appropriate to ask Evan now why he feels this way, or should it be after you present?
I leave a little part at the end where
You're going to present.
we
and
can
then-
gather.
Okay,
I want
gotcha.
to present some stuff,
Alright,
and then we can
yeah.
gather Evan's thoughts.
It's like a kid on Christmas. I just want to open my presents.
Okay,
Now.
I'm just gonna listen, take in the bullshit,
Wow.
and from there I will let you know why you're wrong.
A concept that proposes that the planet isn't entirely hollow or contains a vast void inside isn't something that is new in the conspiracy world and is often thought of as a work of fiction strictly for big budget movies. But like the saying goes, art imitates life, and could this also be an example of that? To really get into the crux of the theory, we need to go back, way back, like mythology back. The concept of a subterranean world appear all over, like the Greek underworld, hell. Even Tibetan Buddhists have a belief of an underworld called Shambhala, which is an ancient city located inside the earth. Much like the theory today, the Greeks believed that there were caverns that, when navigated properly, would lead you to an underworld, and there were at least 6 different locations and were occupied by an ancient guide called Zalmoxis. In Celtic mythology, there is a legend of a cave called Cruachan, or Ireland's Gate to Hell. It's a cave in which strange creatures would emerge and be seen on the surface of the earth. Even medieval knights and saints went on pilgrimages. I can't say it. Pilgrimages. How do you say that?
Pilgrimage?
Pilgrimage.
They went on a pilgrimage.
Multiple pilgrimages.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimages. Pilgrimages.
Words are hard.
Pilgrim.
Well, they went on a journey, on a quest
On a quest. Side quest.
to a cave in Station Island, Ireland, and would journey into what they believed was purgatory. In County Down, Northern Ireland, there's a myth that the tunnels lead to the land of the subterranean land of the Tuatha De Danann, a group of people believed to have introduced Ireland to Druidism before going back into their caves. Something I've come to believe when it comes to certain cryptids is that if it were a made-up creature, how could so many disconnected people in disconnected parts of the world in a time before we had all this information accessible in our hand have similar or even the same depiction of things? The Native Americans that believed there was land under the earth and that the entrance was in a cave on the north side of the Missouri River had no way to run the story by the Germans in the Middle Ages that thought certain mountains between Eisenach and Gotha held a portal to inner earth. Those Germans didn't team up with the Brazilians who lived along the Paraíba River that claimed their forefathers emerged from an ancient city under the earth. In 1665, Athenius Kircher proposed the idea of an intricate system of cavities in a channel of water that connected the poles in his non-fiction Mundus Subterraneus. And in 1692, Edmund Halley expanded on Newton's theory that the moon was almost double as dense as the earth, and instead of assuming a dense moon, came to the conclusion that the earth might consist of a hollow shell 800 kilometers thick.
He also found a comet by the name of Halley's Comet. I almost started singing a song called Star of County Down, but when you were talking about County Down, but I decided against it.
We didn't hang the whiteboard up.
Oh crap! My wife informed me that the words on there are written in permanent marker.
Oh man!
So I'm gonna address that later and put some
Take a
acetone
permanent
on
marker
it
and draw over it, and then it wipes right off.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Excellent.
He also believed there were 2 inner concentric shells and an innermost core, each shell having some sort of atmosphere to keep it separated, and each shell has its own magnetic pole. He also proposed that the shells rotate at different speeds and could be the reason behind compass readings not always being accurate. In his theory, the gases were luminous, and those gases escaping were the cause of the aurora borealis.
Okay.
He found a comet.
But we could be here all night if we went over what every major scientist, astronomer,
I love your stop.
Astronomer.
and theorist published a paper on. The two I mentioned were just the beginning of it.
I'm going to publish a paper with my academic credentials called Flat Earth, or not Flat Earth. That's fucking stupid too. But Hollow Earth is fucking stupid.
Can the Earth be flat and hollow at the same time?
I
Oh
don't
my
believe
God.
so.
I'm so upset right now.
Wait, guys, I got a concept. Hot dog Earth.
Oh my God. If we're just throwing theories out there.
Hot dog shaped Earth.
What if the Earth is a hamburger?
Yeah.
What if it's shaped like a donut?
One of the largest sources of information that we have about the subterranean world are the expeditions and journals of famous polar explorer and Medal of Honor recipient Admiral Richard Byrd. Byrd referred to a land beyond the North Pole,
Bird was the word.
Bird
called
referred that bird was the word. Sorry.
the center of the great unknown in his journals. Byrd was able to perform a flyover of the North Pole in 1926, and he reported seeing areas of lush greenery where there should have been none. Eager to confirm that the poles were entrances to Agartha, that's what they call the land inside. 3 years later, in 1929, he flew over the South Pole. And in 1947, he organized Operation High Jump, which sought to establish a U.S. training and research facility at the South Pole. Sorry, John Stan. It was here, at the southern entrance to the inner Earth, where Admiral Byrd met a male humanoid from the inner Earth named Master.
Master?
Master.
Okay.
The creature told him that humanity's elites had previously made contact with the inner Earthers, and there were entrances to the inner Earth all over the world, not just at the poles. He named entrances under the pyramids of Giza, Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, the Himalayas, and other extreme locations. Master also told Byrd that the inner Earthers, using their human emissaries, had warned the governments of the world about the destructive capabilities of nuclear weapons, but that the governments had not heeded their warnings. Admiral Byrd rushed home to recount his experience to President Truman and his superiors at the Pentagon, but was surprised to learn that they already knew about the inner Earth and its access points.
I thought he was going to say, was surprised to find out he was put into a mental institution.
After his report, he was detained and instructed to never speak about his discovery at the South Pole again.
I wish you wouldn't have spoke about it in the first place.
Though the government silenced Admiral Byrd, the truth about the inner Earth and Master's messages live on in his published diary. There's many theories as to where the openings could be. I have some ideas, but if it were true, where do you think they would be?
Mills Hole.
And what are your thoughts on the Earth being hollow and what it could lead to? Personally, I think it's all hypothetical. I don't believe the Earth is hollow, but the concept intrigues me, and I really just wanted to piss Evan off. He got snotty with me multiple recordings in a row. So
Yeah, this is true. This is payback.
Oh,
he did.
yeah.
So
You're gonna lay in the bed for a moment.
I need to hear your thoughts, Evan, and not just
Yeah,
this is stupid. I want to hear
Yeah.
your actual thoughts.
my actual thoughts on the concept.
like, what
of-
do you think the Earth is what you were told in the science books, as far as molten core, mantle, all that shit?
Yes, I do. I tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
Where's the lava coming from, John?
I just said I don't believe in it. I don't know why. See, he's doing it again. I
Yeah,
knew
he's
this was
getting-
going to
he's getting
happen.
defensive.
I love it.
Where's the
So, no.
liquid hot magma?
Pose the question.
What if there is there's rivers in the ocean? Why is there not rivers of lava underground? At some point, don't you think that if we had all these volcanoes erupting, that we'd run out of magma in the core? What's making the magma? Where's it coming from?
Little tiny elves, okay?
Machine elves.
Machine
DMT
elves in the center of the earth that make the magma. It's actually machine elf urine. Okay? That's
Man.
my thought.
Man, they got the clap bad then.
Yeah.
They messed
It's
up.
some sort of
They messed
machine
around
elf
with a real
STD.
elf.
I actually felt bad when he said he was all riled up from earlier and that he was in a bad mood.
Oh, and then you came and just bitch slapped it out of him. Oh yeah. But what else? Like, what else do you like? So, like, why do you think?
Honestly, it's too much. I mean, like, there's the mind can't comprehend it. There's reasonable explanations to everything, and I can kind of science out pretty much everything we've talked about, or at the minimum, find a way to reconcile it with my religious beliefs, right?
Like, how do you even see down in Hollow Earth?
And that's what I was about to say. How is anything living? Everything on the surface of the earth that we know of requires light from the sun.
Correct.
Oh, they also believe that it has its own sun,
So there's a sun inside the earth.
which could be
the core.
that could be the core. It could be where the liquid hot magma is coming from.
Yeah.
What if volcanoes erupt because of an inner sunburst?
Yeah, I'm just not buying it. It just none of it makes sense based on. There's nothing reasonable about that idea, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not saying there's not like giant fucking caverns where there's like ancient cities in that
Yeah.
we've gone and lived in underground for various reasons, but. And I think that's very interesting in
You're
itself.
talking different biomes and
Yeah, I just
They found a rainforest in a cave,
hell no.
and I think it was Brazil. It had like its own like weather system inside.
so it was like a terrarium.
Yeah.
Wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean I feel like naturally forming terrariums can happen.
I actually follow a guy on TikTok that all he does is make like little terrariums. He's like, I'm gonna throw dirt in here. Now I'm gonna spray it with water. Oh, look at the snails. This is gonna live for 50 years or something. Like but he has like this British voice, so it's like soothing. It's like ASMR.
You like British voices.
Sometimes. I used to have it on my Siri.
I'm sorry, it's in Vietnam.
Fucking
Hang Son Doong in Vietnam. It's the world's largest cave, and it has its own ecosystem in there.
Yeah.
What are those caves we went to in Tennessee?
The Tuckaluchi
Tuckaleechee Caverns. Those are
Yeah.
nice. Those are cool as hell.
Yeah, there's like rivers down there and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's like no animals other than like salamanders.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't buy it.
What do you think? Say that it were true. What do you think it would how it would affect the people on the surface?
I think we would probably have to find out is the civilization down there more advanced than us? Because anytime, and this is the big issue with aliens too, right? Anytime a more advanced civilization encounters a less advanced civilization,
Mm-hmm.
they end up A, destroying them, B, subjugating them, or C, enslaving them. So, depending on if they are more advanced than us or not, will depend on what happens if it were to exist. If they're less advanced from us, then they're going to be making Nikes. If they are more advanced than us, then we're going to be making their Nikes.
They're gonna be bellboys at the Marriott and the new Gaza Strip.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the concept of it. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when we were talking about cave systems,
Yeah.
obviously there's some that go way down.
Yeah.
Do you think that at any point these cave systems, like to where they're unexplored, could connect to each other? Like when we look at the missing 411, we talk about the cave system along the Appalachia Trail, and like when we were talking about the surge of sightings in Ohio, where it seemed like they were going south.
Yeah.
Do you think that they could obviously navigate these a lot better than we can?
Mhm.
But could they be using them to go undetected
I mean,
from place to place?
have you guys seen the movie series Hellier?
No.
Yes, I've watched it. I've tried watching it. I usually put it on at night and then I fall asleep.
They say synchronicity a lot.
Yeah.
But it started out, they were just talking about like cave trolls essentially, and it turned into something totally weird. But they talk about cave systems and the potential for them being all interconnected. And I suppose like if they were formed by liquid hot magma and they're magma tubes, like you would find around in the Pacific Northwest by Mount St. Helens and stuff. Obviously, there's a central source for the magma. So they're all going to be connected, right? In some way or another. So yeah, I do believe they could potentially be connected. And then you do have the concept of these underground cities or whatever that I've seen people talking about on podcasts. There was somebody on Tucker that was from the sorry. I don't know if they were from the DOD or somewhere else. They're retired. They used to I don't know if they used to or still do have a security clearance, but they talked about all these like 170 different underground bases or locations that were all connected by a like underground highway system. And I find it very intriguing, but I have a hard time believing it was built without us knowing. Unless it was built on pre-existing like magma tubes or something like that.
I would believe more in obviously the caverns going a lot deeper than explored, and they could open up into larger areas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that there's whole civilizations and
Yeah.
Yeah.
but obviously like cave systems that have been explored, they will go down into a large cavern. Like all the small ones will lead to a really big one.
yeah.
It's almost like an ant colony.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
I would believe more in that than us having, an 800-kilometer thick crust and multiple spinning worlds inside of the world.
Yeah, I feel like that's just an example of like people who are like, well, this cave's really deep. I bet you it goes on forever to the point where there's another world in here. We just have to go a little bit farther to get to it. But then they get lost or get, killed by like, cave gas or something and never come back. And
Yeah.
Unless
they
you're
think they got like taken by the people inside the earth. And then that leads to speculation. And they're just like non-advanced civilizations and they don't know as much. So they're just like, yep, there's a world in there.
maybe there's troglodytes living under the earth.
Troglodytes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, man. They're definitely hiding something in Antarctica.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Nazis, man. That's where
I wish when we do an episode on that. I'm not really feeling it. I want to hear it from one of you guys.
I thought about doing an episode on it.
about Hitler not being dead and going to Buenos Aires.
Antarctica, but I guess I could tie that into it as well.
Oh man, I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Yes,
I love that.
that's a Starship Troopers reference. I'm not talking about Hitler.
We
here.
actually watched that movie in college when I went to Central Michigan. We watched it in a film class.
It's
Paul Verhoeven. We watched two Paul Verhoeven films: RoboCop.
That
And that-
movie was the CGI in that movie was far. It was advanced for.
It was really.
It still looks good to this day.
I think the funny thing is this dude tries to make a movie that like
Yeah.
makes fascism look bad, and everybody's like, that doesn't sound that bad. I really enjoy this idea of a militarized society fighting bugs for a common goal.
Showering with women too.
Ah,
Yeah.
So what do you think would happen if there was a civilization living inside, and we did have to fight them? What caliber would you use to defeat an inner earther?
Well, assuming that, what is it? If it bleeds, you can kill it, right?
I feel like if they were there, they would have to. Their genetic makeup would obviously be very different than ours.
Yeah. Like, where's the kill shot?
Where
Like, is their heart in the same location?
Did General Bird even
do
say
they
what
breathe?
that
Do they
looked like?
breathe out of their butts?
Yeah.
Do they breathe out there? Yeah.
Well, like, is their skin harder?
Well, remember the
Yeah.
movie Battle Los Angeles? They didn't know where the kill shot was because the thing was like something they've never seen before.
I don't know. I feel like the trusty 223 or 762 by 39 is those intermediate calibers are just
I say 7.62 by 54.
yeah, just take out the old Mosins
Ooh.
or the
240 Bravo.
the PSLs, not the pumpkin slice.
The 240
spice
Bravo
latte.
takes 7.62 by 54, right?
No,
That's 51. I think.
51.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not 762 by 54R is a Russian cartridge.
Okay.
It's in
Mother
like
Russia.
the PKM, the Mosin Nagant, the Dragonov.
Did you guys watch that video I sent you where those guys were dressed up like colonists and they were running around? The guy had a fully kitted out musket.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was,
yeah.
he was clearing the house with a musket.
Yeah.
SVT 42, which would be cool. I want one of those. Canada has a whole bunch of them, but they're going to get turned over to the government because they just banned all the guns in Canada. That's terrible.
Again?
Yeah, they banned it and they keep extending the deadline because nobody's turning it in. So
I wonder why.
stay strong, Canada.
We believe in you.
We believe in you.
I know
Not all of you are just
I know we talk a lot of smack about you
Yeah.
guys, but
yeah, we like you. Our colonial cousins.
all of
The
our
Syrupians.
all of our listeners in Manitoba,
Yeah. And Alberta.
don't give in.
Do we have Alberta?
We have Alberta, Ontario, British Columbia, and we got a Newfie.
We do have a Newfie.
Yeah. Newfoundland, I don't know.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland is like the
They are
Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky of Canada.
They're the southern states.
Yeah. I just remember the Canadians I worked with over in Africa would just talk so much smack about Newfies, and I'm like, this, from everything you're saying, I feel like I'd like them.
Let's see. Yeah, we have 54 listeners in Canada.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ayo.
All of them are showing in Ontario now.
Interesting.
Not all of them. I'm talking about going back to the transistor days prior to
Oh,
Podbean.
yeah.
Oh. Back where we were on the trans.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna have to fight the Inner Earthers, I'm gonna go to the old Trust 338 Lupua. Just completely wipe them off.
At $5 a round.
It's all right.
Make it
It's
count.
government money.
It's government money.
We're gonna have to team up with the government on that one
Yeah.
against our better judgment.
We can overthrow them.
Actually, you know what? We could team up with them, with the Inner Earthers, to overthrow.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Hold on a second. We're gonna get banned.
We're going to get banned again. It just got shut down. Oh.
So I don't know. I don't believe in it. I just thought it would be funny to do that to you because you got crusty with me multiple episodes in a row.
This
and I-
episode brought to you by Spite. Paranormal Spite.
if 50 Cent taught me anything, I was not being petty enough with my life. So here I am.
Speaking about people who are petty, did you see that Yeezy just passed the California bar and was talking shit about Kim?
Oh my
saw it.
god.
He's like, I didn't even want to be a lawyer. I just did this to prove that I was better.
That's hilarious.
I think it's pretty funny. I don't know.
He passed the bar exam just
What do you think, Kyle?
I think exactly what you think. I think we do have caverns that are unexplored, but they don't go that deep. Extra worlds underneath us is a silly idea. We should have had more concrete evidence by now if that was the case. of such a thing.
Do you think there's caverns that could go as deep as the Marianas Trench?
I mean,
That'd be wild.
hypothetically, yeah.
They say that's the deepest part of the world.
They're probably full of water, though. I mean, like everything trickles down. Drip, drip.
Stalactites.
Stalagmites.
Stalagmites, yes.
Is it? I always have to remember between those two. Stalactites stay tight to the floor, and
Yes.
stalagmites might fall.
Yes, that is correct.
Might fall.
There you
Ooh.
go. There's
Sounds like
your-
a field trip.
There you go. There's your general knowledge lesson of the day.
It sounds
from
like a
Cryptids
field
and
trip
Cold Ones.
coordinator that said that when you're in a cavern.
A
Like-
Tuckaluchi cat.
Tuckaleechee. Here, buy a harmonica that says Tennessee on it. Remember your time at Tuckaleechee Caverns with this harmonica.
Did I
Or
ever
a
tell,
coonskin cap.
did I ever tell you the story about, since you did the dueling banjos, did I ever tell you the story about the first and only time I ever watched the movie Deliverance?
No.
John's dad took us up to Newberry, Michigan to go canoeing.
Yeah.
And the night before, he decided that I'm going to make the kids watch Deliverance.
What the?
And so the whole next day while we were on our canoe trip, I was very terrified every time we came to a bend in the river because I thought there was going to be some hillbillies waiting for us.
Oh my god.
That's like troll trauma.
Ideal movie choice, John's dad.
How old were you?
12 or 13,
Oh, that's perfect age. That's a good.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's good enough to.
I don't
joke
know. I'll have
about
to
that.
verify with him. I'm sure he'll correct this. I'm not going to tell him I brought this up.
Yeah, he'll just figure it out.
Sorry, Johnston.
Well, in that case, it's never too late to escape into the center of the earth and piss heaven off.
Ah,
night,
yes.
guys.
Good night.